Hello, welcome to the next edition of Cool New Ideas. So today I wanted to play a deck featuring Nahiri the Harbinger. And what was tricky about this card, I went through two separate ideas and concepts for it, and I didn't think either one of them executed the plan strong enough. So first idea I had was, there's the brand new Cavalry card. You can Nahiri, get that, give everything +X+X and flying, and then the Cavalry has haste. But the problem with that is, how do you build the deck in a way that doesn't necessarily depend on Cavalry to win? Because either you make it with a lot of tokens or 1/1s, they're not really that competitive. The other option, of course, you could do, Wedding Announcement, but that's the only relative good card that you could put in that list. Second choice was to put in a control shell with Worldspine Worm. Comes down as a 15/15 with haste, max face, similar to the structure of how Nahiri's played in Modern with Emrakul, but at the same time, I'm not a huge control fan, so to me it would be probably more boring gameplay than this option. So, where's Nahiri going today? Greasefang. So, Mardu Greasefang typically is the worst of the three options. You have Esper and then you have Abzan, right? But plus side is Nahiri gets both pieces. It gets the rat, and it gets Parhelion. And, it does bounce the Parhelion back to your hand. You have plenty of discard fodder, aka Nahiri, to throw away a Parhelion. So she kind of actually works with this deck naturally. So I'm hoping that this is the home for Nahiri and Pioneer, even though I'm not a huge Greasefang player. I don't really care for the Abzan version where Grizzly Salvage amplifies it. But we still get some good fair cards like Fable the Mirror Breaker, Blood Tithe Harvester. So that is the idea we're trying out today. Hopefully you guys like this kind of content. If you do, smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification as we go for future videos. And let's get into the deck list. I think the next deck I'm going to be featuring for the slot might be Simic Lands, where we have the Tortoise, and we have ways to make our stuff into creature lands and smash face. Maybe Nissa seems pretty good. So let's get into the deck list. So we have 4 Parhelions, 1 Sky Sovereign, 4 Fables down there, couple Vanishing Verse because it's the best black-white removal spell. Fatal Push as well, Thoughtseize, of course, why not? We have 4 Nahiris to help throw away late game Thoughtseizes, which are kind of bad. We also have Greasefang, Informant, Harvester, 24 lands, sideboard, 2 Volleys because it's the best red sideboard card, 2 Duresses for the control matchup in combo matchups, 2 Bankbusters for the grinding matchups, 2 Trespassers and another Lord Skitter for the graveyard hate strategies, 2 Lockdowns and Extinction Vents for aggro. Also, of course, Vent is also for mono green. We have 2 Shellys in case we expect heavy amounts of graveyard hate. We could bring that in, hopefully bridge that out, win the match. That is Mardu Greasefang for Pioneer. Let's see the deck in action. Then, check. Hits me. Fable. Hive. Ironically, I think I target myself. Pitch a Parhelion. Pass. Gorge. This is a Tarka red. Burning Tree. Probably in a Bushwhack. Nope, Scoundrel. Creates a treasure. Hits me for 2. Take it. Put that on white. Pass. Mountain. Kamuno. Hits me for 4 down to 10. Okay, not meant to draw lands, I guess. Pass. I feel like we would have won if we drew a land, though. Hits me for 4 down to 6. Tarka. Pretty sure that's lethal. So we have Lockdown and Event. Lord Skitter's not needed. Maybe down a Harvester. Formant, and a push. A Thoughtseize. Maybe down 1 Nahiri, up an Informant. I don't like that. Gonzo Shrine, tapped. Go. Mountain, Soulscar Mage. Passes. Hive. Informant. Get rid of a Parhelion. Go. Mountain, check. Attacks. Take it. Courtyard. Greasefang. Get back Parhelion. Crew. Go to combat. Smack. Down to 4. Pass. Got game 2. Up Duress. Down Thoughtseize. Run like that. Gorge. Swift Spear. Hits me. Hive. Fatal Push. go. Mountain, chick, hits me. Vantage, Harvester, another chick, hits me for 2. Take it. Blood Crypt, tapped. Go to combat, hit ya. Hits me for 2. Take it. And passes. Play a Blood Crypt tapped. Play a Fable. Go to combat. Hit you with a Harvester. Burning Tree. Bushwhack. Goes to combat. Attacks. We block. BTE. We will say yes. Get rid of the Cliffs and Lockdown. Play Vantage. EE on Odd. Go to combat. Hit you. Mountain. Expertise. Okay, takes me to 1. That flips. Nahiri. Uptick Nahiri. Get rid of Informant. And attack. Okay, he got it. Yeah. 0-1. Let's get into the next. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Passes. Cliffs. Thoughtseize. Takes Soul Flare. Pass. We just cannot draw any more lands the rest of this game. Shores. Probably Collector Brutality inbound. Okay, takes my verse. Vantage. Go. So we know he has the Mana Confluence. Gazes into my eyes. Sure, I see you, opponent. There's the Confluence. Passes. Courtyard. Go. These pushes might be irrelevant in this matchup. I mean, even if we can somehow snag the 3-drop little dude, I mean, it's probably not good enough. I probably should have flashed this back. Collective Brutality. Takes my push. Plays another Mana Confluence. Passes. Pathway on black. Okay, Nahiri. Uptick. Get rid of a Courtyard. Pass. And we didn't get rid of this just in case he has Graveyard Hate. It's best to wait until the turn that we go off to do it, probably. Gazes. Grizzly Salvage. Still no, I guess, Urborg Scavengers was found. There's the Greasefang. Fang. Gazes. Scope set up. So we're facing a graveyard deck. We want to bring in these pieces. EE. Even and odd, they don't really match together. So I guess I go down the pushes. Up a Duress. Down a... I guess Duress doesn't do anything. Lockdown doesn't do anything. Maybe a Shelly. Yeah, I don't like that. Tomb. Untapped. Duress. Takes my Thoughtseize. Godless Shrine. Tapped. Go. Mana Confluence. Passes. Courtyard. Informant. Scoops it up. Okay, got it. 1-1. Let's get into the next. Shrine tapped. Go. Thoughtseize. Takes the Informant. It would be the best choice. Takes the Harvester. Can't even cast it. Courtyard. Informant. Get rid of a Parhelion. Pass. Pathway on red. So Practical's mid-range. Passes. Vantage. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Go to combat. Attack. Stomps my token. Pathway on black. His own Fable the Mirror Breaker. Passes. We will pitch a Fable. Another Nahiri. Okay. Nahiri. Uptick Nahiri. Get rid of a Nahiri. Pass. Okay, gets rid of a Fable. Assuming you're probably going to try to remove this so you can get in at the Nahiri. Or you could have a Dreadbore. That would work. Fatal Push. Called it. Hits my face. Okay. Plays a Bone Crusher. That flips. Uptick Nahiri. Get rid of a Courtyard. Play Greasefang. Get back the Parhelion. Crew. Go to combat. Attack. Down to 2. Pass the turn. So he's probably going to have to do like EE on even to get rid of the Angels. But then the Greasefang still wins. Got it. So against this matchup, that seems okay. That also seems pretty reasonable. Maybe Shieldred. What's weak in this matchup? Maybe not the Skitter. Trim back on a Nahiri. Maybe Duress is not worth it. And then a push and a Thoughtseize. Run it like that. Ridge. Passes. Vantage. Go. Swamp. Duress. Should probably take my Banky. Nope, takes my Nahiri. Passes. I don't really want to reveal that I drew that. I'm just going to put that on black. Play Bankbuster. Go. Cliffs. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Passes. Draw a card. Pass. Definitely could have played Fang, Crude, Smack, but I don't want to expose my Greasefang right now. Gets rid of a Sakasan and draws a card. Plays a Swamp. Hits face. Shieldred. Play the Restless. I think I go ahead and drop the Fang and pass. I'm hoping this means he'll try to attack me with the Shieldred. And Nahiri minus could eat it. Goes to combat. Attacks with Shieldred. Take it. unlicensed hearse. That's quite problematic. And passes. So we lose some life. Sacred Foundry untapped. Nahiri. Eat the Shieldred. Stomps my Nahiri. Get rid of the reflection. Pass the turn. Okay, eats my 2 Nahiris. Harvester. Thankfully he doesn't have a Fable. Plays a Bone Crusher. And passes. Play a Hive. Draw a card. Harvester. Pass. Okay, eats 2 cards from his yard. Castle. That's good for him for later. Kills my Harvester with his. So he could get frisky with a Bone Crusher. Cruise. Goes to combat. Attacks. We will attempt to trade. Trespasser to eat the Greasefang. That is not useful. Okay. So we play that tapped. I don't have white source now. Touche. Well, I have the treasure. I'm all good. Yep, draws a card. Plays a land. I have to do it before he declares attacks. Otherwise, his attack trigger kills me. And then we block with the pilot. Go to 1. Okay. So this takes 1, 2, 3. So then I have enough to do both. Bang. I could turn this on still. Gonna draw a card. We pass. Go blanks me. There goes our graveyard. Goes to combat. Attacks with both. Makes a treasure. Crew. Turn on the Biovic. And we block. Plays his own Bank Buster. Draws a card. Fatal Push. Turn on the Hive. So push should have me backed up here. Time to start getting frisky. Get back our Banky. That's good. And we attack with both. Eat up the hearse. And pass. I missed out on 1 point of damage, but that's okay. Best case scenario, he just plays a threat. Tries the Banky win. Plays Shieldred Brute, we lose. Yeah, that's a thing. A second Banky. Alright, just passes. And we can't kill a Shelly. Yeah, actually we can, but we'll eat it on just because. And we die. So I think I keep Nahiri in. Actually, we're on the draw. We're on the play this time, so I don't think push is probably very mediocre at best. Yeah, we'll bring in a Trespasser. I don't like that. Rhine, tapped, go. Fidge, tapped, passes. Vantage. Harvester, go. Den, passes. Sacred Foundry, tapped. Go to combat. Hedja. Stomps. Tap Castle. Thought seizes me. Takes a Nahiri. Passes. Crack the blood. Get rid of a Parhelion. Play Bankbuster. Put that on black, I guess. Pass. Pathway on black. Hearse. That's fine. Draw. Restless. Play a Fable. And pass. Thoughtseize. Okay, we know what you're taking. That feels like he was trying to make room away for a Shieldred to hit the board. With a Bone Crusher. We will say yes. Get rid of a Blood Crypt. Play a Bank Buster number 2. Draw a card. Play a Hive. Pass. Okay, eats my lands. Play the Blood Crypt. Shieldred. No attacks. Passes. We take some damage from Shieldred. Play a Cliffs tapped. And I think we just pass. We can always crew a Bank Buster, block, and draw. Alright, eats 2 Thoughtseizes. Goes to combat. Attacks. Crew. Block. Tap. Draw. Fatal pushes my reflection. I wouldn't mind a Vanishing Verse off the top. I could use Shieldred and then get rid of the hearse with this. His time is running out. Passes. We draw, lose some life. Play a tap land. Play a Rafine's Informant. Draw a card. Get rid of a Rafine's Informant. You lose some life. We pass the turn. Stomps. Eats 2 cards from my yard. I just need to watch my life total. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, that means I go to 9. Still no attacks. Pass the turn. Means this does flip. He eats his 2 out of his yard, I think. That means this is going to do 2, 4 to me. We are not drawing the 1 card that wins us this game. As soon as this is off the board, we probably will win. Shelly. Go blank. Probably should have done that post-combat. Missed out on 2 points of damage from the Glutton. I think I have to draw. I can't just sit here. I need a verse. Yeah, that would not have done anything. That also does nothing. Just pass. Plays a tap Hive. Turns on the Den. Going for an aggressive attack now. Attacks out. So we're at 4. We will crew. Turn on the Hive. Got it. 2 and 1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we want to speak about this deck? Overall, I thought this deck was a lot better than the deck I just played earlier today. there's definitely could be some adjustments. Vanishing Verse, maybe I want more copies of, honestly. Maybe a 3-3 split between that and Push. It seemed quite relevant, especially against something like Shieldred, which just obliterates this deck. It feels like, just due to the fact that we have Harvester that draws, Informant that draws, Harbinger that draws, so, and Fable. So what are you gonna do? But outside of that, the sideboard felt pretty reasonable. We had a lot of cards for most of the problematic matchups. We did lose to a Tarka Red that did go to game 3. We probably can win that matchup. It just really depends on the draw and how lucky you get, of course. Game 2, we did manage to pull off the Parhelion combo, but we also got to be in a match on game 1, I believe, from Rakta's mid-range, where Nahiri was about ready to ultimate, and you would have showcased what actually she could do in this deck. I like the fact that, like I said, she upticks, gets rid of a Parhelion. Her minus is a removal spell, not bad. Her -8, like I said, can get a Greasefang if you need one to get back a Parhelion, or it gets you a Parhelion, and then you immediately just tap a 4-power threat, get in there with Parhelion right out of the gate. I think that is the best way to build Nahiri in the format. So the deck, for one, can win without Nahiri, but Nahiri does provide something that this deck didn't have, which is a late game. It's comparable, I think, to Chariot, just due to the fact that for assembling the combo, right? So I like the fact that this deck has a lot of game. If you have any suggestions at all for Mardu Greasefang, let me know down in the comment section. I definitely, maybe Nahiri should be a 3 of. I'm not sure what I would trim. Maybe she's what I should cut for another verse for a little bit more removal. But I wanted to try the full play set of Nahiri because she's the reason why I wanted to play this deck. We also didn't really get to showcase the Lord Skitter, even though I think it's actually a pretty decent card overall, which is the new card we're featuring, even though I'm playing one main, one side. Maybe I should have upped that to 2 so that way we get to see the card. I don't know. Like I said, if you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comment section. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before you head out that door. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.